Hi there, thank you for viewing this week's video. Let's look at the indices and check out how they have performed, also the outlook for the upcoming week. First, let's do a quick discussion on the market performance last week. The US market began with a rally confirming the hammer pattern. However, as anticipated, the red-hot inflation and interest rate hike talk remained a huge concern and hindered the upward movement. The Nasdaq especially took a big hit. Since recording the high at the beginning of the week, it has fallen more than 5%, while S&P 500 got dragged down by around 2%. Surprisingly, the Dow ended the week only slightly lower, supported by the banks, because the upcoming earnings for this week, and it was only down 0.8%, around there. Okay. And what we are looking at is that STI is in a very bearish position after recorded the high at the start of the week. It floated to break its support to end the week lower 0.8%. And Hang Seng closed the week disappointingly 2.8% lower, despite a strong rally at the start of the week. Now, if you look at the chart over here, the performance chart for all the various indices, I just want to be more precise on the Dow. You can see it's in between negative 0.4% and 0.8%. So it's about around 0.5% down. And then Nasdaq is the worst performing index for last week. Then we have Hang Seng down around 2.8, SCI, though it doesn't look very bad over here, but then the daily chart movement is horrendous. Then we have S&P 500 around 2% down. Okay, so let's zoom into the chart and see how the various index will move going forward. Okay, so we are going to start off with the Dow. So let's look at the screen here. So as mentioned in the last week's video, that it is not the best for the Dow to hit its support level at this 34316, but it did. The glimmer of hope is that it has managed to rebound from its support, and next week the bank's earnings is very important, as the Dow depends on it to rebound back to its resistance level over here. The Dow must close the short trading week above 35090 to stay bullish. Okay, so basically the Dow's lives and death depends on the earnings next week as well. Then let's zoom to S&P 500. We are looking at the S&P 500 closing the week just above its support level, as it was dragged down by the tech counter, but got supported by the banks. So next week's performance, like the Dow, depends very much on the earnings and the outlook of the reporting. But of course, not to forget, I'm going to talk about this later on as well, the CPI announcement on Tuesday. So for the S&P 500, we have to look at it above 4598 in order to stay bullish. Then we have Nasdaq over here. Well, anticipated on last week, Tuesday is going to be a crucial day, and indeed the sell-off started on Tuesday. So the Fed talk about the inflation and the rate hike dragged the Nasdaq lower, and of course together with it, S&P 500 and the Dow. The market did not digest it well, and the Nasdaq got sold off as the worst performing index, trading below its previous breakout point at the end of the week, if you look at the chart over here, putting itself in a more bearish positions, and it has a sign of a downtrend with lower high and lower low. So with the most of the big techs result coming out at the end of April, it may be a tough month for the index. The actual release of the March core CPI data and jobless claim on Tuesday are crucial. And the NASDAQ is again at the mercy of this data. And to rebound or continue to sell off depends on the traders or investors' view on this data on Tuesday. So again, this coming Tuesday is going to be very crucial. Moving on to the Asia market, we have the STI. After a wonderful start to the week, as you can see here, we have a very nice white candle over here. The SI suddenly just sell off to push itself back to its previous higher low and minor support and broken it on Friday. And this put itself on a very bearish position, as we can see lower high and lower low for the first time since it recovered in the middle of March. And what we are looking at is if the downtrend is going to continue, we are looking at a retest of this 3342 level and hit this level, maybe form a minor support and a rebound back to 3379, then again selling off to 3342 and break down from that level at the end of the week on Thursday. So this is the bullish way, and if the index can fight back and return to its bullish way, so I beg your pardon, just now did I say bullish way? Sorry. Earlier, if the STI goes to 3342 and break down at the end of week 3342 is a bearish movement, and if it doesn't do that and return to its bullish way, we are looking at the 3444 level to be tested again. Okay, so let's move to Hang Seng. As anticipated, last week Hang Seng pushed for a breakout, and we have seen it on this fantastic white candle. However, after its tomb sweeping holiday, it got spooked like the Halloween, and selling pressure pushed the index back to its minor support over here. The glimmer of hope is that the index has managed to close the week on a white candle, but the tough US market ahead may not help, and the index certainly face a tough barrier ahead. There are multiple support levels below Hang Seng, and if it breaks below all this support, there will probably another sell-off towards the year low. So we got to watch all this support level closely. So just to be more precise, the support level is around, or the support levels are from 20786 to around 21568. Okay, wrapping up. Let's go back over here. We are looking at the chart that are certainly not looking good, and there is still possibility of heading deep south, especially after Tuesday's economics announcement. Right, may shape how the market move on the for the rest of the month. And not to forget the earnings from the banks, which may help to cushion some sell-off, but the shorties may be still biting onto the tech. The STI is moving towards a downtrend unless it can make a spectacular comeback. It may be a bearish movement going forward, while Hang Seng's recovery is not guaranteed until it can hit back to its high and break out from it. Braced. Okay, so thank you for viewing this week video. I will see you again. Hopefully we have some good news coming week.